How I found out my ex-best friend was doing witchcraft against me. Yeah, we're talking about that story now. God's finally allowing me to talk about it. I haven't been able to talk about this for months because it's still kind of ongoing. But now he's letting me know, oh, it's time to bring light to this darkness. So it shall. Where do I begin? I won't say any names, but I do have a lot of receipts, so I'm going to show those receipts. Also, there's too many parts, so I'm going to have to keep this a series. So, God has a calling over everyone's life, and as I was becoming aware of mine, I let people around me know that, and unfortunately, I did not know because I was very naive at the time that not everybody has your best interest at heart, and I did not know that. So I entrusted this individual with God's plan over my life, and she's excited, right? So nothing out of the super ordinary, right? And I had ended up having a cold, and I was going through a lot at the time. But I wanted to see my best friend, and she had invited me over the house. I'm like, hey, I'm sick. I don't want to get you sick. But they insisted, her and her roommate, also a part of the story. So they insisted I come over. I'm like, you know what? I haven't had a good time in a minute. I want to see my best friend. Why not? Right? So I didn't feel like going home, but I had asked her, like, hey, is it okay if I spend the night? So she kind of like dodges the question for a while. And I'm like, I can pick up on energy very quickly. So I'm like, you know what? It's okay. I'm just going to go home. So she's like, no, it's okay. Like, you got to ask them first because it's their house. But, like, if that's okay, that's fine. I'm like, no, it's okay. I don't want to intrude. I don't want to be rude. So I'm like, I'm just going to go home. So she's like, oh, do you want to just go ask together? I'm like, yeah. So we asked together. They say, yeah. I'm like, okay, bet. So I'm spending the night. I was out of everybody's face. I was on the other side of the bed. We shared a bed, but I was on the other side. And she had to get up for work early in the morning. And nobody had to wake me up. I'm usually always up around that time anyway. So I just got up with her. As we were getting ready to leave, she's at the door, right? And she's talking. She's like, oh, I hate how you spent the night while you were sick. And I'm like, oh, you'll be fine, blah, 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 right? And she's like, no, what if I actually get sick, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, like, at least we had fun, right? So I'm thinking we're joking until she says, no, P, you always do this. You're so inconsiderate of yourself and others in your actions. And I'm like, whoa. Where did this come from? And then after she said that, that's when I snapped back to reality because I'm like, it's 5, 6 in the morning. And I thought we were joking. So I'm like, oh, okay. I went home, didn't say anything, right? Next day was Valentine's Day. We were supposed to hang out, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to take my space, right? So I ended up canceling the date with her roommate that she kind of set me up for. And she texted me the next day asking, like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm sick still and I'm kind of mad at you. She says, why? I'm like, you, one, insisted I spend the night after me insisting I go home, claiming that I wasn't a problem, it wasn't an issue, and you wanted my presence here. To find out the next day, I'm all inconsiderate and all these other things. Yet you still wanted me to go out on a date, on a double date with y'all. Oh. So she's like, okay, I respect your decision, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. Throughout that week, God was letting me know that he was removing someone from my circle that did not have my best interest. And the part that really got me was a video of the same situation I was in. It was a lady and her best friend, and she had stopped being friends with her for a while, and God had her in the car with her. And pretty much he said, she doesn't have your best interest, she wants your life. So then when we stopped being friends, God had me pray at midnight for 2 weeks straight because he said someone was coming against me with all this negative energy. And I'm like, I thought somebody was just talking bad about me. No, she was doing witchcraft. Baby girl was doing witchcraft. She was paying somebody. So this went on for about a month with me not being able to say anything to anybody. I had to go through this by myself. When that month was finally up, God was like, hey, this is all that's happening to you. This is what she's doing. She's probably going to come back again. Literally, I have a close friends where all of this happens normally. So my life became a movie when I first started dedicating my life to God. So I decided to keep a track of everything in my close friends so I'm not crazy. So, same day, God was like, hey, this is what's been happening to you. You can finally talk about this now. She's probably going to come back and do it again. Was the same day she broke contact and was in my driveway behind my car. After this only led to a string of events that I couldn't even mentally brace myself for, which is why I'm making it a series. But I haven't been able to publicly speak on it for a long time. Again, this started in February. It is now August, and God's finally saying I can speak about it freely. So, hey, I know you're watching the video. What's up? But no, now the truth is finally being shed to light because, again, this is something serious. She tried to She wanted to me. And I couldn't say anything about anything to anybody. But here we are. So stay tuned. I hope you join me on this wild, wild ride.